Hi Flosstube, it's Shelly KX Stitch on Instagram, and It's Only Stitching here on YouTube. I like how I saved that, but it was my old YouTube name. It's still my Instagram name though. It is April, bump the table. It's April 13th, 2023, Thursday. I hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for coming. And I'll just get into it and I'll see what I can remember. Oh, cats are here, so see if she doesn't pull my light over. I finished this one, which is called Frida and Diego by Barbara Anna. Don't know what kind of fabric it's on, but I used all the called for colors. And I did this when we were on vacation. We went to, oh my gosh, Cancun. And we went with another couple and the wife got me sick. Billion tests later, I don't think it was anything worse than a cold. Here's Nexie. Yeah, I got you, huh? Want to hop down now? I put her over towards Maggie, so we'll see if they start running around. And I also finished this, which is Hair Hollow. Mostly, there's a banner up here. It's really cute with carrots and stuff. I almost put it in, but what do you think next? But it would have been too wide for what I want to do with it. Got it finished before Easter, but I did not FFO it. It's on 16 count coastal by Picture This Plus, and it's 4 separate patterns, 2 buildings or a vehicle on a building in every pattern. So cute. And I kept most of the colors. I had to change some of them because they did theirs on black, so my blue is a different blue, and I added purple. And I think I also changed the pink color and I added another pink. Might have added 2 purples. So, oh, and I used the new, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I used the new yellow that Classic Colorworks just put out. And I think it's good. It's less gold than what was called for, so I really liked that. And then I started, forgive me if I already showed this, but I don't think I did. I think I just showed it on Instagram, Madeline Deleste. And this is by Mrs. Flossie, Amy, who has a floss tube called Mrs. Flossie, and her Etsy shop where you can get this is also called Mrs. Flossie. And it's only got like 4 colors in it, and she did 2 different colorways, a faded one and a bright one that shows the back of the work. And this is a mock-up, and I wrote on it this part. This is a mock-up of it. Yeah, it's a computer, I think, generated one. So I did some of the called for and did some different ones. I used Hibiscus by Gentle Art for the pink because I didn't have some of the called for. So, oh, it would look so much better if I had ironed, but I never ironed. And this is on some kind of vanilla-ish. I don't know. Can you tell by that? By who does their selvages like that? And it's just beautiful. I love the words. I love the roses. And it's only, this is how far it is across. And below the roses, there's just a little basket. So it's pretty small. You could have this done if you were not me. But it's really cute, and I love it. So that was a new start. And I picked up this and worked on it for a while. And this was a 12 by 12 New Year's Eve start that I did, Strawberry Fair by October House. And this was a Nashville release last year, or an expo release. And I'm doing this just on 16 count pink Zweigart Ada. And I finished the bird. I didn't have the brown hen, so that's the DMC. And I had to change the dark, and I finished this too. I had to change the red in it because my two of my reds were almost the same. And here's the other one. And so I'm gonna put the leaves on, and I think I might just take those off and take that off and just have it be the bird and the flowers and the strawberries. Because I'd rather have it be small, like smaller for a pincushion, instead of putting in the border, the top corner, and then this border here and these flowers. So to me, this is almost done because I'm taking so much of it out. And I've already gotten my colors from Madeline Deleste in the wrong place. Okay, Then I restarted this, and this is Christmas Tree by Barbara Anna. And this was a kit that I got from Nitka Moscow ages ago. And it came with this Lugana, and I'd done the tree, just the trunk, I think. And so I decided, okay, I really hate that fabric because it's Lugana, and I really like stitching on Aida. So I restarted on Mirage by PTP, and I hardly have anything done on it now, but I started putting the blue in too to see if it would show up, and it does because it's in the black. And this is all DMC. So that is going to get some work, especially in Jolly July. I'll do some more Christmas stuff. And then I was also working on Hopeful by Carriage House Samplings. And my patterns just get stepped on by the cats, looked at by a 2-year-old. So also this picture is darker than the colors come out with the, what's it called? NPI silk I'm using all the called for. And see how the house looks red and that looks really dark, dark brown? The houses look pink, which I like. And then the hill is that color. So I have a ton of hill to fill in. And I did 4 links on this yesterday, and you could hardly tell. I did it like inside the fence and then a little bit over here. And I might run out of that MPI, even though I'm using 1 strand of most of the things. So I have to fill in this house. There's 2 different colors, the pink and then the tan. And then this cartouche, and then the cartouche gets filled in too, and the hill. So most of what I have left is fill in. And then it says, that cartouche says Hopeful EST 1820. So this is good for zooming. And this is on Ancient by PTP, 16 count Ancient. And I really like the splotches of the kind of gray. It's a blue gray, but it is gray. And it's kind of goldish overall, because this is pretty gold, the fabric. Let's see what it was called for. Meadow Rue. And then, how big is this? 287 by 90. So it's long, but not super tall. Okay, this was also a 12 by 12 start. Kim at Contented Stitcher Kim, she just finished this, I think today or yesterday. Ye Old Noel by Heartstring Samplery, and Beth is one of my favorite designers. So I did, let's see, I started on this side, and of course I did the wrong color. I did it the dark color, and then I went, so since I've shown it last, I have, it goes like this. I've put in the flowers, and I've put in a bunch of this, like maybe 2/3 of this, and that's the bottom. So it's super cute, and I'm looking forward to all the pretty colors that are in it. There's a lot more pinks, and I just did a red. I did do a color conversion on some of them, not color conversion, really a floss conversion, but same colors, because some of my pinks I didn't have, or they didn't look the same as the picture, so I think I ended up choosing different ones. Now this one is what I've been working on most of all, and this is Jenny Bean for the Parlor by Shakespeare's Peddler, and it's on 16 count Ren. So I had that all done. I had that all done. I had a bunch to do in this, I think. I think I filled in more of the arc. And so this block is done, except for she does have colonial knots on top of the sheep, so I might go back and do that. And there's also more sheep in it too. And so I had a little bit of this done, so I finished the rest of that. I had a tiny bit of the cartouche done. So I think I'm not sure if I had the leaves done, but I filled in the rest of the hills. I put Jesus's robe in. Every day my grandson, asked to see Noah, and then he asked to see Jesus, and he asked to see Adam and Eve, which I'll show you later. And then I put the Good Shepherd and the 2 angels in, and this I had in, and I tore it out because I messed up with my margins, like I said before. So this I tore out, and I put in the first part of the Our Father. It was a universal prayer, and to me, the Our Father is a universal prayer. And then I might have had a few of these roses done. So I finished the roses. I had the stems in. And then this, I did almost everything. I had a little bit of the writing in, and I think maybe not much. Oh, and I had some of these trees over here because I was trying to see. And I did put in a little tree. I might have to put some more stuff in here because this is the part that is wrong. So that's why I took out a tree from this side, and there's still more blank space on that side. But I think I'm going to leave it. So I did everything else. I did the fill in on the creek and all the trees. This kind of reminds me of Anna Forest Grew. I changed the bird to blue from black. And I started running out of dried thyme. So some of this is a different color because it was supposed to be dried thyme. Oh, this thing has so much cat fur on it. I'm noticing even some coming out. Okay, so then there's my needle. So I've been working on this section. So this is all new. I did all that, and I did all this section, which is I think part 7. Because I ripped out the part that was wrong and just started over. So this is going to be correctly as charted, I think, except for I did something wrong here, so the horse is closer to the wagon. And I also ran out of carriage black, so I'm using charcoal by Weeks, which is very similar. And this used to say Anna's house, but then I'm like, hey, my best friend 4th to 8th grade was named Anne, and so I changed it to Anne's. I just did that today. And I changed her hair to look like Anne's hair, and I changed the horse to gray instead of brown because this was very, very brown. And right here, I'm going to put my elementary school name, and then let's see what else. So I was going to show you this. So, and then I think I'm going to change this to St. Joe's, which was my favorite church that we've attended. I think I'll just leave that, the pond. And then this, I'm going to change to Mayfield, which was my school when I was little. And, oh, I also changed the colors, accidentally, the colors of the church, because it's supposed to be ecru with, I think, Harvest Basket was supposed to be the lines in it, so kind of a golden brown. And I did the lines in ecru, so messed that up. So I switched it to, I think it's, it's Cottage Blue by Classic Colorworks, I think, is what I'm putting in. And I put some linen, the color linen in right here, so it's kind of pink, but it really doesn't look that much different than the two lines of ecru that are below it, so that was a bummer. And, okay, so then this one I had the tree trunk done, I think, and so I put in the leaves. Oh my gosh, the leaves. And that is my least favorite type of stitching, is leaves and vines and counting these things. And then I put in the 8-pointed stars, which are a quilt motif. Rising star, no, that's not a rising star. Martha Washington, no, I don't know. I forget the name of that in the quilt pattern. And then this, I messed up and I still have to do. I might have had some of this done. I'm still figuring out what I'm going to do with that. Still have to do the fence and the bottom part here and fill in the door. And then I think she had like Jenny Bean written in here, so I might write I think I'm writing my initials here and the date here. And then I'll be done. Like, I keep working on this. It's hours and hours and hours. Because a lot of them are, you know, like the fill-in is like no joke. The fill-in of that and the fill-in of those 2 hills that Jesus is on. And I also ran out of this, which is Forest Glade. So there's some DMC in here too. Like, I used 2 strands, so it's a strand of Forest Glade and a strand of DMC, and it's not too bad. And I think that's it. But I just keep working. I keep thinking, oh yeah, I'm close to being done. I'm close to being done. I really do think I'm close to being done now. But I know that church is all fill in too, solid. And then, oh look, a long dog sampler. So I worked on this one a couple of times, opening Gambit by Long Dog, and I'm working right in here. And I finished the balloon and I finished the deer. Because I had like, I don't know, like that much done of it, I think. So I'm doing this with a Silks for You silk on 18 count white Zweigart Ada. And I don't know the Silks for You number. but it's a dark gray with one strand. Everything else I've done 2 strands, and I don't really like the coverage. And I bought a huge hank, so I could do 2 strands because it's not hand dyed. So I thought, oh, I can get 2 strands in this, and then I started it with 1 strand. So, oh well. And then I said this before, but I guess I'll say it every time. These 2 I changed using Crafty Gaming Jamie's charting to make them look like things from Mario, the video game. And she's Crafty Gaming Jamie here, and she has a Flosstube, and she also has an Instagram. So you can go follow her. And so I don't know, I might have done the castle. I think I did the castle too, because I don't think I had any of this done. I had like that much done there, and like I think like this much done, and I totally messed up the bottom balloon, had to redo it again and start over again. Had these in here. So that's fun. I gotta be in the mood to count though, and I can't talk or else I'm ripping. I worked a lot on this week, Murano, because I saw Helen D. Hi Helen, if you're watching. Helen pulled hers out and was working on it. So I just had a little bit of the sun done, like the dark part of the sun, and I think I had the stem of this done incorrectly, but I just left it. And so I did this block, and I started the fish, and I also, I did this block too. I did this in the wrong place, took it out, did it again. So I did this, and started that one. And I finished, I had maybe 3 of the blocks outlined, so I finished outlining the blocks, and that's in a DMC, I think it's 40, oh, it's 90, DMC 90 is this one. But there are a lot of the 4000s DMCs in here, like this green, yellow, and then there's an orange, red. So these, like the top, bottom, and 2 sides, that's one color, which is a variegated DMC. And I also started doing, what was I doing? Oh, I started doing the ladybug's leaves because I had that color out. So that's one color, that whole yellow-green color. But it's really fun, and it was nice to do because it just keeps raining. And then we had a day that was like in the 80s, and then now we're back to rain today. Rain and 50s. But I think it was last week. It was very warm. And I did a little bit on this, and it's been so long that I don't even remember where I was, but this is Alphabet Blocks by Carriage House Samplings. And this is on, I think it's on Ale by Picture This Plus 16 count. And I'm using DMCs. And I think all I did was, I think I put in this, and I put in the G's, and then I did the in, that much on the in, I think. I don't know. Could have, and then it looks like I'm working on the J, so if I'd done that before, then I've only really done this since the last time I picked it up. But I was doing this as, oh, is it Stitch? I think it's hashtag Stitch the ABCs that Abby Bella Stitch is running that stitch along. So this is only going to be this big. And this is my needle. And I'm using Anchor Black. I saw somebody, fill in all the words with different colored backgrounds. It looks really cute, but man, that's a lot more work. So I'm still thinking about that. I'll leave it till the end, and then there's no way I'll do it. I don't even think I'd do it. And then I worked a tiny bit on this, the Scarlet House Floral Motif Sampler. Cheryl, get yours out. And this is on Legacy, 16 count Legacy by Picture This Plus. And I obviously started this one. And I think I might have even done, I don't know, some of the small ones too. I know I had these done over here. I don't know. For sure that. And I don't know what I was thinking. I love this, but do I want to do like bouquets? It's fine if there's 1 or 2 in a sampler, but man, this is a ton. So what I'm working on with that green is, let's see. So it's right, I guess it's this one, the leaves of that one. That sure doesn't look like, I don't know. Don't quote me on any of this. Oh no, it's this. That's what I'm working on, is the green in there. Is right here. So there's a lot of green in this, but this is pretty, this color, the way it dyed. Because a lot of times when you get Aida, it's a lot blotchier than the linen comes out of the people that dye it. Okay, that's it. And I'm sure I've forgotten things and made a lot of mistakes about where I was, because I can't let it go this long because I can't remember. But tell me what you've been stitching on lately, and if you're in any sales maybe. Oops, I got thread on me, what a shocker. I think we did. My goddaughter had a baby shower, so we went to that. Spent the weekend with my husband, and I spent the weekend with my dad and my stepmom. That was great. And oh my gosh, I don't even know what else has been going on. I think that's it. Went to Cancun for a week, and then I was like, had a cold for like 2 weeks, so I didn't babysit for 2 more weeks. I was really good after about a week and a half, but my grandson's other grandma could get off, and so she watched him for like Thursday and Friday, so there was really no reason for me to go back. So good. I feel confident I didn't give him what I had. So I think that's it. So I hope everybody is doing well, and I'll see you next time.